Hi guys, it's Nika, and today I'm bringing you yet another modern house. Honestly, I kind of feel like maybe this should be the last one for a bit, because it's the only thing that I'm building, and I should probably... Obviously, it has become my comfort zone. I wasn't as good at them, or I didn't really like to build them in the past, but lately it has definitely become my comfort zone, and I feel like I should step out. So, yeah, if you see any more modern houses, or if I don't know, I mean, don't call me out on it, it's definitely not blue suburban kind of issue yet. Remember how a few weeks ago I said we shouldn't be making fun of blue suburbans, and here I am. Yeah, I don't know, I should try to build something else, but I can't help it. Modern houses are so fun, and you can get so creative with the shapes, even though it's just blocks on top of each other. But yeah, I feel like I should actually try something else. Even though every single one of these modern houses that I've built, or these modern builds that I've done, every single one was different and used different build features that I haven't really used much before. So we had the tiny house with the tall walls and platforms. The nightclub was a whole, other thing. I don't really build stuff like that. I hit my table, I'm sorry if you heard it. Then there was the sportsman house, which had like crazy levels and stuff, and it was so much different from what I usually build. And then in this house, and then there was the cube house, and in this house I tried to use terrain tools, like a lot more terrain tools than how much I usually use them. The night before I did this build, I actually watched a little tutorial on terrain tools, because I don't know, I felt like I knew how to use terrain tools, and I definitely do not. I have yet to learn all the tricks, all the hacks to make it easier. But yeah, I watched it, and there was this trick, or there was this idea how to build houses, like you have one floor on the level with the hill and another level above the hill, if that makes sense. I'm describing it weirdly. I know I'm describing it weirdly. But yeah, basically what you see here, that was shown in the tutorial, and I thought it was really cute, and it reminded me of some houses that I know. So I was like, okay, let's just try it. So here we are. I tried it. Oh my god, I can't speak. I don't want to cut it out. No, genuinely, I feel like I should start cutting stuff out of my audio a lot less, because even though sometimes I will be saying something and then I cut out stuff from it, and I will connect it to sentences that I did not say, and it will work, but sometimes it makes my intonation sound weirder than usual. By the way, I know I might have weird intonation, I know that, and I feel like I do that in both English and in Czech. Actually, a few years ago, 3 years ago actually, when I was in my first year of uni, we had a phonetics class or something like, phonetics, I think it's phonetics in English. If not, I will just put the correct word on the screen somewhere. In that class she also had like a little project for us, and not project really. We were supposed to, each of us, read an article and then have a little presentation and tell the class what we learned from the article. And I don't remember what I had, but that's not important. Then COVID came, and it was the first COVID semester, so nobody really knew what to do. We didn't really have classes, we were studying on our own, and she told us to just record I can't speak. And she told us to record ourselves, just to record the presentation, or to record the audio with our phones or whatever we had. So I did that, and it was terrible. I knew it was terrible, but I sent it to her, and she was like, okay, cool. but you need to work on your intonation. You don't sound natural at all. And yeah, she didn't like that, but overall she was okay with what I sent her, but the intonation really bothered her. And so yeah, I know I speak weird. I'll work on it. And yeah, what I wanted to say, yeah, wait, no, I think I said that. Like, sometimes I cut out things and I make it worse. The speech sounds even weirder. So yeah, I will try to cut out less things and just keep all the stumbling in the audio. I mean, if it's easily removable, I will remove it. But sometimes, yeah, I will probably cut out less stuff and you can just listen to the real me or something. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. And I should probably tell you something more about the house. So, I talked about the terrain tools. I did not talk about where I'm building. I mean, you can probably tell this is the Windenburg Island in Windenburg. Yeah. That did not need another explanation or anything. It's on, I think it's a 30 by 40 lot, I believe, and it's a house for Sims. And I imagine there's, upstairs, there's a little family, 2 parents, 1 child. I imagine the child, my chair is going crazy and I'm not even moving. I imagine the child to be a girl. And when I was built, I didn't really have any backstory for these Sims. Not like when I was building the cube house. But I imagine this daughter in this house is friends with the daughter from the cube house. So yeah, they are friends. That's pretty much the only thing I can tell you about these Sims. And then downstairs there is this little apartment. At first I was gonna make it for like a grandma or grandpa, but then as I went, I kinda furnished it with, can my chair stop? Yeah, as I went, I kind of furnished it with a lot of modern, stylish stuff. So I mean, an older person could still live there, but I started imagining like a younger person, maybe some sibling of the parents, or maybe not some of their friends. There's space only for one friend. Yeah, maybe their friend lives there, or someone, or maybe they are renting it to someone, I don't know. But yeah, there are basically 2 apartments, one little one on the ground floor. Well, I mean, technically both are ground floors, because you have the hill there and all. Yeah, no, downstairs there is one little apartment for 1 person, and upstairs there is another apartment, and that is bigger, and it is for a bigger family. No, it's not for a bigger family, it's for a little family. 2 adults, 1 child. What? I'm sorry, there's a truck under my window. And yeah, it just, I got a little scared when I heard the sound, but it's fine, I'm good. Oh, speaking of the hill, obviously this was the first time I built something like this. I've never really done anything like this, like having the house be on 2 levels like this. I don't know how to explain it, and I keep wanting to explain it. But I really wish I figured out, or I wish there was a way to make the house blend in with the hill better. Maybe there is, and I just don't know that hack. But obviously there's this little hole between the house and the hill, and I tried to hide it with some bushes and some flowers and stuff. But I feel like it's still very obvious, and also it's probably not very realistic because there's no sun. Why would plants grow there? I don't know. Maybe they would. I mean, I don't know much about plants. Let's be honest. I'm sorry, I'm still looking at the track. I'm still like, because I don't know. It's gone now. It's gone now. And then in the backyard, I didn't really know what to do with the backyard. So, oh, but this time I didn't put a hot tub there. This time I put a swimming pool there, a little one. And it actually kind of gave me hell, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what happened, but when I first built it, and then when I went to playtest it with my sim, she just didn't want to get into the pool when she should have been able to get to the pool. So I don't know what happened. I mean, I feel like I know what happened, but I know that I won't be able to explain it. But yeah, she didn't want to get to the pool, so I had to figure out how to make the pool functional. Because yeah, obviously I could leave it just there and say, oh, by the way, the pool is just for decoration. But that's stupid. We want a functional pool. So I built this little patio around the pool. You will see it at the end of the video. It's probably the last thing I did in this build. But yeah, I built it and I think it looks pretty cute and it helps. You can actually use the pool now, so yay, I'm glad I figured it out. Yeah, what else is in the backyard? There are some lounge chairs for sunbathing. There's a bar there. I didn't put a barbecue there or anything, or I mean grill. Yeah, I did not, I think. But there's a they can make a campfire a little further from the house. There are some swings, some playset, you know, the playground thingy. That's probably all about the outside. I don't know why I got so distracted by the track, but it completely threw me off and now I don't know what to say. And the track is gone now. I can't even hear it. It's gone. But yeah, I'm a bit like, I don't know what to do now. And I keep thinking about the track and my brain is like track. So let's go room by room, I guess. So I built a little garage here, but the garage is not actually for the car. The car will have to stay outside. Or maybe if the weather gets bad, they will remove stuff from the garage and they will actually put the car there. But right now you can't really fit the car in the garage because there's other stuff. There's a piano, I think. There's a radio, and it's kind of this, like, I wouldn't say party room, but it's, yeah, when it's, I imagine when it's sunny and hot in the evening, maybe they like sit there with their friends and they have some fun. And yeah, the garage is not for the car basically, but hey, it's fine because the car isn't functional anyway. They've got loading screens, they're good. Then there's obviously the apartment that I already said at first was supposed to be for grandma and then, or grandpa, and then I didn't really make it very grandparent-ish or something like that. Yeah, I used a lot of platforms there and I think it turned out so cool and I love this little apartment. And yeah, it's very minty. And it's not the only minty room in this house. The parents' bedroom is also very minty and the child's bedroom is pink. So like maybe you could use this house for Not So Berry if you don't want your Not So Berry to be so colorful, because I don't know, I'm guilty of this. I go overboard with the colors in my Not So Berry, but maybe you want something a bit more decent, so I feel like this house would be a decent Not So Berry house. I don't know, just an idea, just throwing it out there. Use it for whatever you want. It will be on the gallery, it's there for you and you can use it for whatever. Yeah, so downstairs there's this apartment. This is like the third time I'm saying that. And obviously the person that lives there has a bathroom there. And I tried to be, you're not gonna see it, I decided to cut it all out, but I tried to be creative with the bathroom and it didn't work, because then I went to play this with my sim and my sim threw a tantrum and didn't want to get anywhere. She couldn't get to the bathtub, she couldn't get to the sink, she could get to the toilet, which I think is very important, But yeah, basically the whole bathroom was not functional, and I don't know why. I feel like I've seen people do the trick that I did, and I don't know why it didn't work for me. Maybe I did something wrong, I don't know. Myself, I tried to fix it, and I tried to edit it a little so that she could use it, but then it just, every time I went to live mode, I used to be team live mode, but I'm trying to say team live mode. Yeah, live mode. Every time I went to live mode, my sim still didn't want to get to the bathtub. So then I just gave up, and I decided to make a simple, basic bathroom. Speaking of bathrooms, the one upstairs, I'm not sure. I feel like maybe the black tile is a bit too much, but other than that, I love that bathroom. I think it's so cool. I really wanted to use the bathtub that's like in the corner, because I never have space for that, ever, at all. But this time I did have space for it, and I think it looks really cool. Again, I'm not very sure about the black tile. Maybe it's a bit too much. Maybe I could have made it minty again to, you know, fit in with the rest of the house, because the house is very like light and pastel colors and stuff like that, but oh well. I mean, you can always change it. I'm not gonna be upset if you do. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to take a little break, and now I don't know where I was before I left. I think I was talking about the rooms, and I already got upstairs. Yeah, I got upstairs and I talked about the bathroom. Okay, so then there's this big open space with the kitchen. The kitchen is very big. I didn't really go crazy with the clutter or anything, so it's kind of empty, but oh well. Obviously then there's like the dining area, which is very cute. I don't know why, but I just love it so much. It's very simple, but I really love it. And then there's the living room area with a sofa and the TV. And again, I didn't really do much with the clutter. Honestly, I kinda left the clutter for, you know, to be like the last thing I do in this build. And I pretty much just built this house and put the furniture there, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna clutter later, I don't feel like it now. And then I came back to do the clutter, and I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't really feel like putting much clutter there. Yeah, even when I was editing the footage, I cut out a lot of the place in the clutter part because I just didn't find it entertaining to watch. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I build a nice house and I do the exterior and I look at it and I'm like, okay, it's very empty. It needs clutter, but damn, I really don't want to clutter this place. I'm so lazy to clutter it. So yeah, maybe it looks a bit empty, but your team can fill it with whatever their heart desires. Yeah, and obviously then there are the two bedrooms. One for the parents, which is the minty one, and one for the child, which is a girl who is friends with the girl from the cube house, which I think I've said already, or maybe I deleted it. No, I think I kept it here. No, because I don't know what it is, but I just cannot record it today. I think I started this over like maybe 5 times, and then one time it seemed like, okay, we finally took off. We didn't take off. Because after like 6 minutes I stopped and I deleted the recording because I was like, no, I cannot release this, I cannot put this on the internet. I was babbling like crazy, and I know I'm babbling now, but in the first video, or in the first, it wasn't the first attempt, but in the first attempt that seemed like it could go well, I don't know what is going on in my head. I mean, I never know what's going on in my head. I have too many thoughts in my head, and not a single one is a good thought. No, I'm a mess. Genuinely, I am a mess. So I think I've told you sorry, my chair again, but this time it's my fault because I'm moving around a little bit. So I told you a little bit about the house. Well, actually, I spent most of the recording talking about the build, so like, yay, I'm finally learning how to do it. Well, I mean, not that my commentary is good, because usually I'm like, okay, I built this room and I think it's so cute and all that, and I never really say anything meaningful or anything like that. I'm just, yeah, this is so cute, this is so cool, I love how this turned out. But yeah, I'm trying my best, okay? I'm trying my best. What else could we talk about in this video? Because we still have a few minutes to go and I want to keep talking. Well, I mean, my throat is starting to hurt a little bit, but I want to keep talking. Oh, today, I mean, when you're seeing this video, it has already happened weeks ago. But today is the Sims livestream, the behind the Sims summit, or I don't know what they call it. Frankly, I don't care about the livestream. Don't tell anyone, but I literally don't care. Because I know it will probably be overhyped and it won't be that good, but they are gonna overhype it, and then the community will be a mess, and there's gonna be like, people are gonna fight, and there's gonna be so much drama and toxicity on the timeline, on the Twitter timeline, and I don't care about infants that much. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good that they are gonna do live streams again, but I never really cared about these things too much. Yeah, and I don't care about infants. I know a lot of people think they are coming today, which would be cool. I would have nothing against that. But at the same time, we have no indication that they are coming today. And I feel like a lot of people will be extremely upset over the fact that they might not be coming today. Well, or because some people seem to have really convinced themselves that yes, infants are coming today. And I feel like they are gonna get, if it doesn't happen, they are gonna get mad about it. But like, nobody told you the infants are coming today. It was all, you made it up in your head. You convinced yourself they are coming today. No, but yeah, it would be nice if they came today, but if they won't come today, if they will come some other day in a few weeks or something, I would not be upset, because I don't really care about infants too much. I don't know. I'm one of the few people who don't mind object babies. I mean, there was definitely room for improvement, and yeah, I wish you could do a bit more with the babies, but overall, I don't really crave better babies. I don't know, because I age them up anyway, always. In The Sims 4, in The Sims 3, I age them up into toddlers right away. Even though they are not high on my Sims wish list, I'm excited for them, and I'm really curious what the Sims team has done. But I probably won't watch today's live stream because, yeah, I don't know, I'm not that interested. I'm just gonna read someone's summary of what happened because I don't like to watch those streams. I'm sorry, Sims team, but like, yeah, I don't really like them. And after the Sims Summit in October, I expect it to be just as much of a disaster as the October stream was, because they overhyped it. No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say it was a disaster. But they overhyped it so much, and like, there wasn't really much going on in the live stream. And it was just like half an hour long or something. And yeah, I don't know, I expected more with how much of a big deal they were making out of it. I really, really expected more. And yeah, so now knowing how bad the last live stream was, I just don't really have high hopes for this one, but I may be wrong. And I will admit it if I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong, actually, because I love this game and I want this game to do well. Yeah, it's fun to make fun of EA and of this game, but I really want this game to do well, and you know, I'd rather sorry, my downstairs neighbors are getting louder again. No, but I'd rather see this game do better than to do worse and to be able to make fun. Does not make sense. I want this game to do well, and that's all I have to say. Yes. But also, when it doesn't do well, it's fun to make fun of it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. And I feel like that's a good note to end this video on, right? I love this game, but this game sucks a little bit, so I'm gonna make fun of it. But when the game does good, I'm just gonna be here and I'm gonna enjoy it and I'm gonna cheer for the game. And yeah, and even though the game sucks sometimes, I still love it very much. Anyway, time to say goodbye, I think, because yeah, that was such a nice note to end it on, right? Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, leave a comment if you have anything nice to say. I don't know if we wanna talk about the live stream in the comment, but we can, it's fine. I mean, just like I just said, I won't watch it. When you're watching it, I didn't watch it. Yeah, but leave a comment if you have anything nice to say. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my other social media. I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. I keep forgetting the thanks for watching part. I don't know why. Well, I mean, it's on my outro, so I don't have to say it, but I feel like I should say it, so yeah, bye everyone.